so that it is longer than the distance from the start to the end of my fingers. Okay, so I think that should do it. Back to my top view, zoom back out, and it looks like I'm not quite there yet. I need to make it just a little bit longer. So I'll just look at this end, select it, and pull it just a little bit further. There we go, back to my top view. There, now you'll see that I have that object extending beyond the end of the fingers and beyond the end of the palm. So what I'm going to do with that object now is look at this from a front view, and I have that at a height that should work just fine for me. So I'm now going to move this over. Now before I move it over, I'm going to again hold down my Option key and leave my original there and drag this all the way through. Now I should probably do this from the top view so I get it lined up. I'm happy with that. Select it again, and notice 3 clicks to select. 1 click selects a surface, 2 clicks get you the surface and its surrounding lines, and 3 clicks get you the entire object. So 3 clicks, holding down my Option key, there we go, 3 clicks, holding down my Option key, and this one I don't need to duplicate. Well, no, I will, because I need to do one more here. So I'm going to again hold down my Option key. Okay, so now when I spin this around, you're going to see that I have those tubes all the way through. So in order for me to cut this tube out of here to leave the hole, I need to do the following. I'm just going to select everything, and I'm going to choose Edit, Intersect Faces with Model. And that'll take a couple of seconds, and it doesn't look like it does anything, but what it actually does is creates a separation between each object and the object that's going through it. So if I'm careful now, and the key here is to be careful, you need to zoom in, look directly down through your tube, and you should be able to click on each surface and keep erasing them. And again, I'm going to spin this around so my surface is centered exactly, so I can keep identifying the center points. And I'm going to work my way right down through this shape and keep deleting until it won't let me delete anymore. There we go. So I've now zoomed all the way through. So I should be able to travel right down through my shape and out the other end. All right. So that worked. So I'm going to zoom back out quickly here through all of my stuff. There we go. So now I need to go to the top view, and I need to get rid of the outside pieces of this tube. So I'll delete those, and delete those, and delete those. Now I didn't have this lined up perfectly, so you'll see when I manipulate this view, oh no, I've messed up in there a little bit. That guy. So far that looks good. Yeah, I messed up in there. I deleted the face here rather than the actual component piece. So I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to try it again with this piece and see if it works. And I'll show you how to do it properly. So I've already done the intersect faces with model. So I've got to be careful when I go through this. I'll take that piece and get rid of it. Take that piece and get rid of it. Try and keep myself on center here as best I can. Okay, so I'm all the way through the hand, I can tell that. So I'm going to back out and look at the fingers from the other side. Okay, let's try the fingers from this side then and see what we get. So I should be able to delete that, and that, and that. Let's take this step by step here. There we go. So see that hole there is looking good going through that finger, so that's good. That's good. So this will work. It's just a matter of being very careful with the pieces you get rid of. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I messed up a little bit on the first one, and what I did was delete, as I was going through, I deleted this surface here, which is not what I want to do. Probably fix that by drawing a line back in there. There we go. So I can fix that up and move on. If you have issues like that, call me over and I'll take a look and see if we can fix up any errors that we have. So I'm saving this model right here, but I'll let you go ahead from that point. And once you have your fingers all cut out and your palm done, now remember you're also going to need a little hole here, and you're going to need to run a hole through these parts of your thumb, so that when I'm done I can string a fishing line or string all the way through there, and my servo motors can then pull on those component pieces, and that will flex your finger. All right, so there's one last thing that you need to do when you're all done with your model. I need to come over, we need to scale it to make sure it's a reasonable size, and I need you simply to save it to your desktop. So we'll choose Save As, and I'll call this 3D Hand. And I do need to go through a process to export it to make it compatible with the 3D printer. So I'll do that with you when your model's all done, and then we'll print it and see what happens. All right, good luck.